In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a roadmap for your success by constructing your personal leadership development plan. Hi there, my name is Danny, and I want to talk to you about creating a roadmap for your leadership success. Many leaders don't take the time to create a personal development plan, and that's a shame, as it is one of the most important things you can do for yourself as a leader. I'm going to show you how to build yours in this video. This video is the third episode in my series, 5 Steps to Being a Better Leader. If you have not watched that video, be sure to check it out. To create an effective personal leadership development plan, you first must evaluate your current leadership skill set. There's 2 ways or 2 phases that you complete this. The first is a self-assessment where you do a reflection of your abilities and your aptitude. The second is feedback from others. This is normally done through some kind of process like a 360-degree review. In my series, 5 Steps to Becoming a Better Leader, episode number 2, The Ultimate Guide to Leadership Skills Assessments, is where I go in depth and I talk about how you can get started doing your own leadership assessment. Once you complete your assessments and you have your assessment results, those results will be the foundation for you identifying areas of opportunity and improvement or areas of strength that you want to continue to build upon and leverage. In this part of the development planning process, you want to make sure from the assessment that you clearly identify and list behaviors that you want to stop, behaviors you may want to start. You want to also make sure that you identify and list skills that you don't have that you want to build and get, or skills that you might have that are weak that you want to improve. And then lastly, you want to definitely make sure, like I said before, list the strengths that you have that you want to continue to build upon, leverage, and capitalize. And now that you identified your areas of focus, those focuses become your defined goals within your development plan. During the process of defining your developmental goals within your development plan, you want to make sure that those goals are SMART. And when I mean SMART, I mean the acronym SMART, where each letter stands for something in particular. So S, for example, is specific. M is measurable, because you want to make sure that you have some kind of criteria to gauge your progress towards that goal. A is for achievable. You want to make sure that it's something that you can actually achieve. Realistic is pretty much similar. You want to make sure you're being realistic about the goal that you set for yourself. And then a T is definitely timely. You want to set deadlines to make sure that you have that time frame within there and give you that benchmark for when you're going to accomplish that goal. And so the next part of advice that I want to give you when defining your goals is prioritize your goals. You can't focus, or you should not focus rather, on too many things at one time. So you want to really prioritize 1 or 2 goals that you want to focus on and give your attention to. 3 at the max, in my personal advice, is so you don't stretch yourself thin. Because if you do 5, 6, or 7 and say you want to do it all, then nothing but gets a priority, and then you run the risk of just letting it fly by the way, and you're not even focusing on your plan. And that is something that you absolutely want to avoid. All right. So once you define your developmental goals and they're SMART, and you prioritize 1, 2, 3 at the max, now it's time to figure out what can you do to help you obtain your goal that you set for yourself. And so this is when you start to do research and identify those developmental activities. And so this is about finding or doing those things, identifying those things that will help you gain skill, improve skill, or change habit and behaviors. So for example, it could be attending a leadership training program or taking a course at your local community college. It could be reading books and articles about leadership development, finding a mentor or a coach to help you with a specific skill. It could be even something as simple as practicing self-awareness about a bad habit or behavior that you want to change. And so along with that is you want to make sure that for each one of your developmental goals that you have activities that's going to help you achieve those goals. And the good thing about this whole process is sometimes when you do developmental activities, it'll help you build multiple skill sets. And that's absolutely great and fine and dandy. But the key here is to make sure that you don't miss any of your developmental goals, that each and every one of them have activities assigned to them to help you get to where you need to be. If you really truly want to have a roadmap that creates leadership success for you, this next part is very important. You have to follow through with your plan, meaning do the things that's going to make sure that you get to where you need to be. And I see that's where many leaders fail, because many leaders I've seen in the past, they create a developmental plan and they don't even put their heart into it and they never execute on it. And then I've seen some very beautiful developmental plans from leaders within my team. And I'm like, wow, that's nice. And then check with them a little while later and they've done nothing with it. So it's really nice and dandy to have a map to get you where you need to be. But if you don't use it, then it's worthless. And so you have to follow through with your plan. And so here's some tips that help you follow through on your plan. First, schedule time to complete the developmental activities. Now, don't just schedule them, but leverage things like technology to help you remember and keep it front of mind. So you can use your calendar, set notifications, build in reminders so that you constantly get a snapshot or constantly getting hints of, hey, have you worked on your development plan? What are you doing on your development plan? The next thing you want to do is what I call an accountability partner. Get you one of those. An accountability partner is that person that you trust, that you can tell anything to, as well as who will call you out when you slacking, but also celebrate you when you hit your milestones. You need that person or persons in your life. If you don't have one, get you an accountability partner. And then lastly, maintain a development journal. Just, you can do whatever you want with it too. Take notes, put in there whatever you want to put on there. Talk about the things that you might have did that day or that week that had to do with you growing as a leader and working on your development and hitting your goals. You can talk about your setbacks. You can record on there. The key with this is it gives you a place to really connect with your plan and bring it to life and keep it front of mind, as well as it helps you to see your progress. And as human beings, progress is what makes us happy. And the final step of successful development planning process is evaluate your progress along the way. Now, if you follow me any length of time, you're going to hear me constantly say leadership is a journey, not a destination, meaning that as leaders, we need to constantly be developing and growing. We're never going to get to that point where, we figured it all out. Nobody does. And so for you in your development and planning process, you got to make sure that you keep evaluating your progress along the way. So that means keep going back to review your progress in your plan and updating your notes. Remove the goals that you meet as you meet them. Add new goals to replace them as needed. Update the activities for those skills that you still need to develop, as well as, if you need to, redo your assessments, whether it's a self-assessment or 360-degree review, because that'll create a new benchmark as you grow and continue to develop. You'll get your new benchmark on where you need to reevaluate, reassess, redevelop, and keep that process of the journey, leadership journey, going on. And at the end of the day, a development plan is an investment in yourself. If you don't invest in yourself, how can you expect others to invest in you? Thank you so much for watching my video today. Please check out this other novice leader video on our channel, as well as don't forget, you are the leader you choose to be.